Good afternoon, and welcome to the Rhode Island Civics Learning Week and our presentation on Rhode Island Model Legislature, a civics learning experience for Rhode Island high school students that promotes sustaining and strengthening our constitutional democracy. Rhode Island Civic Learning Week is organized by the Rhode Island Civic Learning Coalition, which is a multiracial, multi-ethnic, and multi-generational coalition committed to ensuring that all Rhode Islanders, including young people and those most marginalized from our democratic system, have equitable access to high-quality civic learning opportunities. Rhode Island Civic Learning Week's events are co-hosted in partnership with Courageous Rhode Island, Generation Citizen, RIDE, the Rhode Island Department of State, United Way Rhode Island, URI's Media Education Lab, as well as teachers and students from across Rhode Island.
Welcome to our presentation, Rhode Island Model Legislature, a civics learning experience for Rhode Island students. I am Mark Gardner, and I'm here today with Louise Oliveira.
Hello.
We are from the Rhode Island Council for the Social Studies, which hosts the Rhode Island Model Legislature program. We would also like to take this opportunity during Civics Week to announce an exciting new partnership between the Rhode Island Council and the YMCA Youth and Government Program. Starting next year, the Y will be offering a middle school model legislature program for Rhode Island students. We have with us today Hugh Caldwell. He is the Regional Director of the YMCA Youth and Government Program, and he is here to explain the middle school program and other civics learning opportunities for Rhode Island students. And now, a word from a former Rhode Island Model Legislature participant.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you about the Model Legislature in Rhode Island and what a difference it made in my life, and I know the difference it's making in the lives of so many Rhode Island students. First, thank you to the teachers who have already been involved in this program. I hope everyone will encourage young people to participate. It's a really terrific program that gives young people the experience of actually being in the state legislature. We met at the State House, we debated important issues, we voted, and got a real sense of what it meant to serve in the state legislature. For me, it was really a life-changing event. It made me understand my passion for public service, and it led to me running for public office. So the Model Legislature is a real jewel, and I hope you will all continue to support it and encourage young people to participate. It will make a difference in their lives and the lives of our state and of our country. Thanks so much.
And now we would like to tell you a little about us. The Rhode Island Council for the Social Studies is an affiliate of the National Council for the Social Studies. The council sponsors Rhode Island Model Legislature, and for a minimal district-level membership fee, all of the social studies educators in your district become members of the Rhode Island Council with free participation in Model Legislature. Rhode Island Model Legislature was established in 1947 by teachers from the post-World War II generation who had seen firsthand the importance of protecting civic involvement. Model Legislature offers students a hands-on simulation of the Rhode Island state legislative process from bill inception to passage in a mock assembly. In Model Legislature, students identify state issues, brainstorm and research possible solutions, and create their own bills in proper format. They will also learn rudimentary parliamentary procedure and practice committee and chamber simulations. Once trained, older students help new members learn the procedures. 3 years ago, our model legislation program became 100% digital with the creation of a website by Barrel Limited, an IT firm owned and operated by a former Model Leg student. It contains how-to videos for each step of the process, is regularly tweaked based on participant feedback, and the ticket system provides access to our IT manager to handle any problems. The online platform consists of 2 parts. First is a public-facing website that provides basic program information and contact details for our state coordinators. Our web address is rimodellegislature.com, or just enter Rhode Island Model Legislature in the search engine of your choice. The second part of the platform is accessible only to advisors and student participants. Once registered, students and advisors are each issued a dedicated email and password that grants them access to all of the features of Rhode Island Model Legislature online.
So one of the most critical components of model legislature are our advisors. Both Louise and I started off as advisors. Advisors help new students get started in model legislature, hold meetings every week or every other week so students can draft their legislation. And advisors help students understand the importance of decorum in political life. Advisors are also instrumental in helping students edit and revise their bills. A well-written bill has a much better chance of making it out of committee. As an advisor, you will help students learn about the legislative process of committee work and accompany your students to our flagship events, Caucus and Committee Day, and Model Legislature at the RI State House. So at your first meeting of the year, it's always a good idea to get students school emails in case you need to contact them and to track attendance for your administrative purposes. Review the event calendar with students so they know of any scheduling conflicts up front. Then they can figure out their political affiliation. Do not use Democrat or Republican, but rather students or members of the Liberal or Conservative Party. After taking 1 or 2 online tests, they'll know what they are if they didn't already, and then students can caucus with the other students in their party for the rest of the meeting. The next several times you meet with students will be for them to work on writing their bills. Once they have brainstormed the topics, encourage them to work in partners. This is a good strategy in case one of them is absent for committee day. It's also great for drafting bipartisan legislation. Some of your students may want to go out for leadership positions, which is an important experience, especially when applying to National Honor Society and also for college. Once your school club knows who is on the leadership team, then you can hold elections for senators and representatives. After the bills are written, students practice their debate skills by running committee simulations where students use parliamentary procedure. And don't worry if you're not up on your Robert's rules, we have scripts to help you walk students through the entire process. The first of our flagship events is the state caucus. This is held at one of our member schools and is an opportunity for all the liberals and all the conservatives to meet with their respective leadership teams and review the party platforms, which, like all the legislation, is created by the students themselves. After the caucus, delegates immediately go to their committee assignments. Here, all that year's bills are heard, debated, amended, and voted upon. The bills that make it out of committee get a full hearing a few days later and model legislature. This is the main event. Rhode Island Model Legislature takes place at the State House in Providence. Every year, I am amazed at how high school students take on the roles of senators, representatives, floor leaders, Speaker of the House, President of the Senate, and they run a faithful simulation of the Rhode Island General Assembly. But don't just take my word for it. Here is another former model legislator to share her experience with us today.
Hello, my name is Emily Simonini, and I am a graduate of Exeter West Greenwich Senior High School. I attended EWG from 2010 to 2014, and I had the chance to participate in Model Leg all 4 years of my high school experience. I have to say that when I look back on my time at EWG, Model Leg is without a doubt probably my favorite thing that I did in high school. It was such a unique experience, and I think that I've carried so many incredible lessons from it throughout my life and my career since then. I was always a history buff. I've always loved current events and learning more, but I'll say that I didn't really know a lot about how our political system worked, obviously, being young and being in high school. So under the guidance of Miss Oliveira and my classmates, I learned so much through this program. I'll say that, every year getting to go to the State House and debating our bills on the floor was such an amazing experience. It's something I looked forward to every year, and I ended up recruiting a bunch of friends to join with me. I think that one of my favorite things that I got to do as a part of being in Model Leg was when we would join up with our caucuses and the weeks leading up to, the big day. I got to meet people from different schools, private and public schools, and people from a variety of different political backgrounds and belief systems. And we all became friends. These are friends that I still have to this day that I keep in contact with. It was a really important, I think, it was important to be exposed to that at that age. And it was a place where we could debate ideas and concepts in a really safe environment where, we could bounce ideas off each other and learn from each other. And I think that's incredibly valuable. In another way too, you know, being able to get up in front of a group of people and speak about something that you believe in and debate it with them and answer questions was something that, I mean, it's such an important skill to have with you throughout your career and throughout your life. Speaking in front of large groups of people is always nerve-wracking, especially when you're doing it inside of the State House. But I honestly felt like it was a safe place and I wasn't scared, which I look back on and I think that's a really cool thing to carry with you. I now am living in New York City and I'm a producer of documentaries. I've made documentaries for HBO and Showtime and History Channel about topics including immigration and mental health and freedom of the press. And, you know, on a daily basis, I'm speaking to people from all across the country and across the world, from very different backgrounds and very different belief systems than I have. But I think that coming out of Model Edge, I always try to listen first and hear what people have to say and, you know, really hear them out for them as people, not just these labels that we put on each other. And that's a skill that I have, I think that was really like fostered in that period of time. It's something that I'm really proud of. This is a really incredible program and I talk about it constantly. Honestly, I was telling a coworker about it recently. And I think that, you know, it was so formative. It's, you know, I have voted in every midterm and every election since I turned 18. I have also volunteered for elections since then. And I think this was, like I said, it was really fostered from this period of time. I'm excited to see Model Ledge continue to grow, and I hope this program continues to flourish in the future.
We would like to invite any interested teachers, administrators, and students from your respective schools to come to the Rhode Island State House on Saturday, March 25th from 8:30 to 1 p.m. to experience Model Legislature. Please contact us to let us know you are coming. And don't worry, we'll put up our contact information again before the end of the presentation. This presentation will also be available on our website in a few days.
And now we would like to turn things over to Drew Caldwell.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Louise. Great job. And of course, always impressed to hear about your program and excited to be working with you. So I have the privilege of working for YMCA Youth in Government. YMCA Youth in Government is a network of model legislatures and other civic engagement programs that serve schools and YMCAs across the nation. Mark, you can jump on to the next slide. We serve over 55,000 students nationwide in our model legislature, model United Nations, local leadership, and other civic engagement programs. We have students active in all 50 states, and we hold over 250 events each year so that students can come together. One of the reasons we're so excited to partner with Rhode Island is so that the students that are already excelling at the Rhode Island Model Youth Legislature can represent Rhode Island on the national level at our Conference on National Affairs, the National Judicial Competition, the Youth Advocates Program, and the Youth Governors Conference. So we are really excited about the potential for this partnership and all that this program offers. Mark, if you want to go on to the next slide. What you'll begin to see in this video, I have the privilege of running not just the Rhode Island program, but the New York, Connecticut, Vermont, and Massachusetts programs as well. And we are looking at ways to encourage civic engagement throughout the Northeast and bringing students together. One of the most powerful ways to get that started is at the middle school level, which is what we're going to be bringing to Rhode Island. Obviously, there are some incredibly powerful stories at the high school level and all of the incredible things the students do there and the interesting debate. But at the middle school level, one of the things we like to focus on is the simple power and confidence it takes just to stand up and give a speech, to admit you care, to admit that you have passion, to show that there is something that matters to you besides yourself, which is terrifying for middle schoolers, quite frankly. I remember being one and being terrified myself. And so we try to create a place where students can stand up, speak on things they care about, learn from their peers who are passionate about different things, disagree with respect and responsibility and caring, and make sure that they focus on speaking with honesty and really living the 4 core values of the YMCA through their debate. And so we are offering on May 5th this year a free trial model legislature day for middle schoolers in Rhode Island. We're going to bring students together. We're going to spend the morning with some of our collegiate staff and our YMCA staff. They're teaching students how to write bills, working through the process, identifying ideas, practicing how to give a speech. And then we're going to take lunch, which will be provided. We're going to have a little bit of fun, and then we're going to take a tour of the State House. And then we're going to follow that up by spending the afternoon debating the actual bills in a model House and Senate style, so that the students can actually live the legislature process in that one day, which will again be free this year, leading up to November 16th, when we will unveil and run our first YMCA middle school model legislature that will be pre-planned and pre-registered, and students will write their bills beforehand and all of those good things that'll be starting in the 2023-2024 school year. But as you can see, it's a really great experience where students come together, they get to put forward their ideas, and they get to really get involved. So Mark, if you'll go ahead and do the next slide. You can see that our website is ymcayag.org/RI. So you can go to that website. It stands for YMCA Youth in Government. So ymcayag.org. And you can learn more about the May 5th event in Providence. It's going to be a one-day legislative experience for 6th through 8th grade students. They can schools can choose the size of their group. You can bring one student. You can bring, a busload. And the students will break up into groups and work with advisors to get involved. And of course, we'll also provide lunch and a tour of the state capitol. And this will all take place from 9:30 to 4 p.m. on that Friday, May 5th. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. My email is drew@ymcayag.org. And we are really excited about this process, because not only are we getting the chance to partner with a long established and excellent model youth legislature for the high school students, but we're getting the chance to bring the middle school curriculum that has worked so well in several other states to Rhode Island. Mark, if we'll go to the last slide for me. There you'll see in the state of New York, our first on the left, or on the left, you'll see our first middle school model state legislature where we had 60 students. And then on the right, you'll see our fourth, where we had over 330 students. And that's the kind of growth we expect to bring to Rhode Island, to serve that many students and to bring them together. And as you can see, when you have that many young people together, you've got that many ideas and interesting passionate young people who are discussing and learning from each other. And it's really just a wonderful experience. So I'll second Mark and Louise for saying how much they love the program, how much they love working with the students. And I hope I get the chance to work with you and your students at some point. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to get you involved. It's going to be a great day in Providence, and we're looking forward to having that happen. So if you need anything, just let us know. Thank you very much, folks.
Okay, great, Drew. I'm really looking forward to working with your program. I think that between yours and ours, it's going to be fantastic civics learning experience for Rhode Island students. So here we have some time set aside for Q&A in case anybody that's come to our presentation has any questions. And don't see any in the chat. Again, if you have any questions, you can also email us. My email address is mark.k.gardner@risocialstudies.org.
Mine is oliveramlegislature@gmail.com.
Mine's drew@ymcayag.org.
So we do hope to hear from you, and we are really hopeful that some of the teachers who are watching this, or hopefully all of the teachers, will bring some students to Model Legislature on March 25th. And as we said, please contact us. We'll make sure your student has a set of the bills. And if there is room in any of the seats, either the Senate or the House, we'll let them participate. And at least they'll get a really good feel for what's going on.
It looks like we have a question for Drew. It says, which towns or cities are participating this May? And that is coming from Carolyn.
Thanks for asking, Carolyn. We're reaching out to all the schools throughout the state. So we're hoping to have folks from Providence and all across the state involved, but we don't have any delegations specifically locked in yet. So if you all would like to be one of the first, we're actually kind of relaunching today because originally we were going with a different strategy. Then we met Mark and Louise, and in order to partner with them, we're kind of altering our strategy. So today's kind of the announcement. Previously, there was going to be a cost and a little bit more work. This year, we're shifting now and announcing this partnership. So you all are the very first ones to hear about the free opportunity. So we hope you all choose to sign up. There will be an email going out to principals and schools throughout the state a little later today.
Right. And if you have any other questions, feel free to email any one of us and we can also get you the information.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions? Okay. Well, we'd like to thank everybody who came today. And like we said, this will be up on our website. And Alicia, I think you'd said that you were going to post it on a website as well.
Yes, it'll be on the Rhode Island Civic Learning Coalition's YouTube channel.
Fabulous. All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.